hadn't thought about that a whole lot, but it'll feel good to be able to go out there with everybody that you'd want to have. So it's been a while since we thought about that. We're kind of thankful we didn't have to play the week after the season ended, like a lot of other people in the country, because that might have been tough on us.
Coach, how would you describe Rick's progression from coming back from his injury that he dealt with?
Great. He's full speed ahead. He's been that way for a while, but practiced last night. He's done all the drills in every team segment that we've had. I'd say the last 3 practices at this point, for sure. And then up to that, he was doing certain segments. He started off with just drill work and then 7-on-7, but that progressed pretty fast. I mean, it's really come along pretty good. And yesterday even took off and ran a few times out of the pocket. So he's got that red shirt on, so he knows he can get away with it. But it was good to see him doing that, with the ankle.
Has this been a fun year for you? I mean, you've had to patch things together, and for the most part, you guys have found answers to, when Stanzi goes down, James stepped in and performed well. You went through so many running backs. The offensive line. I think you guys had 20-some starters on offense this year, somewhere in that neighborhood. Has it been, kind of interesting and fun, and every week's probably been sort of a long game planning type deal?
I guess it would depend on what your definition of interesting and fun is. But in all seriousness, though, really this group of guys has been a lot of fun to coach and a lot of fun to be around, period. I mean, they're a great group of guys. They work extremely hard. Being successful is important to them. They have good chemistry. Each guy is important to everybody else. It's a unique group, and and we've had some really good leadership with it. And so that by itself, makes it a lot of fun for us to coach them. And I think it makes it a lot of fun for them to be around each other, whether it's on the field or in the locker room or whatever it may be. In the game of football, I think you almost become numb to some of the stuff that goes on around you. Guy gets hurt, you just keep going. And especially here, we've kind of been used to that. And when maybe the first few times it happened, years ago, you might have stopped and thought about it once or twice. Now you don't think about it, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the game, you're like, wow, that happened, or you look back at it the next day, and but it's happened everywhere, not just offensively, on defense, on in the special teams. So our guys are very resilient. They believe in themselves, and they believe in the next man in theory, and approach it with great seriousness, and the guy who steps in is expected to fill the spot and fill it well, and not let the ball club down. And that's really, I think, what we've seen for the most part. And again, that makes it fun to be around these guys as well.